G'day and welcome to another edition of Hef's Beer Reviews. Today I'm reviewing this beer here, Wrexham Lager. Wrexham, made famous of course by Wrexham FC, so this must be a Welsh beer, right? Wrong. Brewed under licence by the Hawkesbury Brewing Company, Central Coast, New South Wales. Disappointing. Anyway, comes in this 330ml bottle. It's only 4% ABV, so one standard drink. Let's crack it open. I think it's a crown seal. Pour out into the old Pilsner glass and make an assessment. Got the tip off from Jez Beer Reviews, that this was a new beer available at Dan Murphy's, and much to the disappointment of both of us, discovering brewed in Australia. Anyway, look, we've got a light straw colour. It is pretty much crystal clear. Medium amount of carbonation, one finger at best of white head. Not sure it's going to stick around though. Aroma. Oh, just a faint smell of sweet malt. Not much to it really. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Light in body, as you'd expect for a 4% lager. Very minimal bitterness. Not much to the flavour either, I've got to say. There's a little bit of sweet malt there. Not really picking up any hop presence. Maybe just a very subtle earthiness. It's not a spice note or anything like that. It's not fruity. It's not citrusy. It's just a very light, subtle earthiness. But look, it's not much to it. As I said, it's just a light lager. It's clean. I'm not finding it particularly crisp. It's a drying finish, but it's not particularly dry. Sessionability, high, 4% ABV. Price point, Dan Murphy's. I think it's exclusive at Dan Murphy's actually. I think it was $22 for a 6-pack at the member price though. $24 was the standard price for 330ml bottles, 4%. And I guess, look, it's being brewed by, as I said, the Hawkesbury Brewing Company, which is a small craft brewery. So it's on a small scale, so it's not going to be sold at a great price. If you're paying the full price, $24, you can get a 6-pack of Resch's Pilsner, which is 4.4%. You can get a 6-pack of VB, which is 4.9%, for the same or better, and you're getting 375ml cans, as opposed to 330ml at 4% with only one standard drink. I mean, if you're curious to try it, by all means. It's not super expensive, but what I'm getting at is I just don't think that it's worth turning to this as a regular drink. You're not getting your money's worth. Happy to try it once, but I'm not going to go back. We don't get many British lagers here in Australia. I was curious to try it, but yeah, it's not the real deal. I've never had the real deal. I don't know if you can get the Welsh brewed Wrexham Lager here in Australia. I'd be keen to try it and see what it's like. I'm sure it's better than this. It certainly couldn't be any worse. This is pretty average. It's not terrible. It's average. One more sip will give it a score. There's plenty of light lagers available in Australia that are as good or better than this for the same price. I guess if you want to change from Pride to Ringwood hops and you can't find anything else, then you might turn to it. But I think it's average. I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. It's a 2.5 out of 5 for the Australian brewed Wrexham Lager. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time on Hef's Beer Reviews.